Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Seahawks take over first and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
He's taken
a good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up second.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Cohen. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Quarterback taken down and set.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Cohen. Throw left side complete. It's Whitaker. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader. Standing 6'4".
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Complete. And
hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. The give to Whitaker. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Cohen, he'll find Metcalf. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on third down. Operating from the gun, Cohen. And some strong running. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
The tackle by
it'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, Banks. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Operating from the gun, Banks. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be calling for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
Following the fumble recovery, Cohen got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
Complete to David Njoku.
The numbers for Njoku from a week ago: 8 catches, 78 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. This is Whitaker. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Seattle Seahawks.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Whitaker. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Cohen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, Cohen. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
To throw on 2nd down, Cohen. This is the tight end, Njoku. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Cohen. His pass caught at the 4. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 1st quarter lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. Right now, the number in the rushes column is equal to the number in the fumbles column, and I don't know much, but I know that's not a good thing. He needs to shore it up quickly.
You know, if you fumbled your homework the first 2 times out, your dad would not be happy, right?
Correct.
That's going to be a problem. Well, Dad, in this case, is the head coach. Fumble on your first 2 carries like that, you might not touch it more the rest of the game.
Yeah, I think you get one here on this drive. Heads really start to turn.
No doubt about it. You might go to the bench, and that will be it.
9 at the 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Banks. This one complete to Christian Kirk. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
throwing on first down. Banks gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cardinals nothing.
Looking to throw on second down. Banks. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And it's third down.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is really flowing around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally, you run to set up the pass. Here, it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
At the 23-yard line.
On second down now. It's Whitaker, and he'll get this one up to the 26. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Brings up third and
operating from the gun. Cohen. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Whitaker. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off play action. Cohen. Over the middle, complete. That's Stevenson.
That's good.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Whitaker. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4.
Looking to throw. Cohen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On first down, Whitaker. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Back to throw. Cohen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple.
86. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw on 2nd down. Cohen, the quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
And goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Michael Dixon.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
The football going back over to Arizona now. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Banks. Open man is Kirk, complete.
Banks pass.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Now left side on the swing pass. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Seahawks on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Cohen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
On 1st down, Cohen. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. The quick slant caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
And he knocks it through. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25 yards.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. That catch, by the way, ties him with Anquan Boldin all time. He's now at 1,076 career catches.
That number's staggering, isn't it? And to accumulate that many catches, you have to have played like Anquan Boldin with a fierce toughness and a ton of pride.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin with, let's call it a testy-est rivalry in the NFL today. Cincinnati playing host to Pittsburgh in the AFC North. And it's the Bengals who have the lead in the second quarter. Auden Tate, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
The pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
2nd and 5. At the 25.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cohen throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Draw play. This is Carson. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on second down. Cohen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing on first down. Cohen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up second and 8 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, second down.
36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Operating from the gun. Cohen got his man complete over the middle. It's Stevenson.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On first down. It's Carson, and just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
On the ground, Whitaker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Number 48, the ball.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
And 10.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Cohen. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Now it's Carson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. They run again with Carson. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And his kick is indeed good. And the route is on. It's 24-0.
24. Cardinals nothing.
That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I can kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just were unable to do so.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Banks. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun. Banks. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. "37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for 2. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Carson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cohen. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
6 brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Cohen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
To throw on 2nd down. Cohen. That's complete into the hands of Carson. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd.
Back to throw. Cohen. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Sam Hubbard racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The football going back over to Arizona now. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On 1st and 10, Banks, and a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a two-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he was at Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
He's picked off near his own 48, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Cohen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
This is Carson. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw, Cohen. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Banks. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Banks on the slant, complete to Hopkins.
Pass.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 14. And a Cardinal 1st down.
Operating from the gun, Banks. That is caught by Cohen. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Banks. And he completes it to Cohen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, Cardinals.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
To number 13.
Christian Kirk with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Operating from the gun, Banks. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Whitaker. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Tackle made at the 38.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
3.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Cohen throwing the out route incomplete. That's Stevenson. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Sam Hubbard on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cohen looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Stevenson. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys who's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Seahawks, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.